That's the defense. And everyone is entitled to strong defense. But this is another legal shakeup at a time when Trump has a lot of cases. He's seen various lawyers leave. Open criminal cases like Tacopina now, or Tim Parlatore from Jack Smith's classified docs case. And the others you see on your screen, many of them cannot even be lawyers for Trump anymore because they have been indicted or convicted based entirely on their past alleged legal work, possibly illegal work, for defendant Donald Trump. We show you those lawyers. I mentioned the cases. One of them joins us right now. Tim Parlatore represented Trump in Jack Smith's classified documents case until he made his own headlines, like Tacopina just did, leaving that case. Conservative New York Post also cited you, Tim, among other lawyers who allegedly clashed or disliked now former Trump lawyer Joe Tacopina. Always interesting to go to the source. Thanks for being here, Tim.
No, thanks for having me.
What do you think of Joe Tacopina leaving Trump's legal team? Does it leave it weaker, stronger, or no difference?
In many ways, no difference. I mean, he's essentially been on the shelf ever since he screwed up the first Carroll case. He is, he's very good at self-publicity, but not actually very good in the courtroom. And I think that that's something that we all saw during the Carroll case. It's something that I warned them repeatedly, do not bring this guy in at all. And it's something that none of the other lawyers, none of us wanted to work with him. So, you know, he went and he did the Carroll case. He mishandled it, in my opinion. He's put on the shelf, and then they kind of left him there for several months.
Who's making those big calls then? You say you gave advice, hey, don't use this particular lawyer. Who decided to use him?
Well, I told Boris Epstein that this is not the guy for this case. So what happened, beyond that? Did Boris keep it to himself? I have no clue.
How do you think Tacopina, in your view, did not do a great job in that case?
Well, I think he barely cross-examined Carroll. He didn't call, the witnesses that they had prepared. And obviously he was put in a bad position because they didn't really do much, good work in the discovery of that case. But, here's a guy that probably hasn't tried a case in over 10 years, coming in cold and, barely cross-examining a witness.
And you think that's because of what? A level of incompetence, or he's out of touch with the courtroom?
And look, it's something that a lot of people in New York, certainly myself, have believed about him for a very long time. That he's not a very competent lawyer, that he is somebody who's more into publicizing his acumen than actually demonstrating it. He represented Bernard Carrick years ago, and then became a witness against his own client, which was something that caused him to get pulled out of that case. In full disclosure, I represented Bernard Carrick in the litigation against Tacopina at the time, but he's really, in my opinion, not that great of a lawyer and shouldn't have been on this case to begin with.
Do you have any insight into why he exited now?
I think it's probably something that Boris and the comms team figured that this was the best time to do it somewhat quietly. I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I can tell he really hasn't done anything since the last.
People may remember. I'm going to jump in and say people may remember when he took on the case, some of his newsworthy comments and interviews. We showed